What's up, guys? Curtis Riggleman here. I got another story for you today. This isn't directly a car story, but it is a car story. And this goes back to 2009. This is when I was in between the car lot. I took a year off from selling cars. This was after I lost my lot and before I went back to Lithia. I was building my catering truck and I was building the route. And this particular day, I'm driving my catering truck and I stop in a gas station right off the 99 freeway to pull in for some fuel. And as I'm fueling up my catering truck, the guy across from me, he's in a minivan, and he just gets my attention. He goes, "Hey," I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" He says, "Are you interested in any brand new Apple laptops?" And I go, "No, I'm not interested, man." And he's like, "Okay." And he continues pumping his fuel, and I'm pumping mine. And I'm always looking for a flip. I'll buy anything at the right price if I can make money on it, right? So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, you know what? Curiosity got the cat. I go, all right. I go, let me see what laptops you got. So while I'm pumping my fuel, I walk around over to him, and he pulls out 3 FedEx boxes, and he pulls the inside of one of them out, and it's wrapped in it's a brand new Apple computer. It's got all the graphics and everything of the Apple computer on it. And he's got like a C, like a window cut in the box where you can flap it open and you can see the gray laptop inside there. So he pulls out his, or he has me check on my phone actually, the value of it. I look it up. It's a $2,200 computer. So I called my brother and told him what these things are. He's more familiar with these than I am. And he's like, "Bro, I can get $1,300 to $1,500 a pop for them right now." I'm like, "Fuck, okay. I want to get these, right?" So I hit the dude up. I'm like, "How much you want for them?" And he goes, "I want 1,000 each for them, $3,000 I was like, one, I didn't have $3,000. I'm still recovering from losing my car lot, and I'm barely getting my route going on my catering truck. If you watch episode 2 of Number One Car Thief and Number One Salesman, I explained this whole process in there. I'm barely starting to fucking get back on my feet again. And I got about $1,500 or $1,600 on me that I'd earned from the catering truck over the last couple of days. This is all I have. And I have payroll. I pay my mom and my brother at the end of the week. So I am only interested in getting rid of this money if I can turn this money fast. Right? So I said, I go, "No, I don't got $3,000, man." I go, "I'll give you 1,000 for all 3. And he goes, "No, bro, no." And he puts it back in the box. And he puts it back in the truck. And he goes, "Hey, thanks anyway, man, but that's not gonna work." And I'm like, "Well, hang on. What's the least you'll take?" And he's like, "My bare minimum, dude, is $2,000. I'm like, "I don't got $2,000, man. I'll go $1,500. He goes, "No, $2,000's it." He says, "You know, my partner slides these out the back at FedEx. That's how I get these. He works in shipping. He slides them out the back, and then I hustle these. But I have to split everything with him." He goes, "So for less than $2,000 doesn't make sense for me." He goes, "My phone's dead, but take down my number. Call me tomorrow. Next week, I think I'm getting some Window XPs." And he's like, "Those are a lot cheaper, and I can get you 3 of those for $1,500. So just give me a call tomorrow and we'll set something up." And he gives me a number, but his phone's dead. And I says, "No, man." I go, "Now I want these apples. I'm a spontaneous buyer. If I see it and I like it, I want it. I don't want to wait till next week. I'll cool off by next week." So I told him, I go, hey, I don't want XPs. I don't want a cheaper product. I want that. I go, "I'll give you $1,500 for that. He's like, no, I can't do it, man. I go, let me open it up and take a look at it. He goes, bro, I'm not gonna open them unless you're buying them. If you want to buy them, he goes, I'll go to your house with you right now. We can plug them in and test them. They're brand spanking new. But I'm not opening them up unless you're ready to buy them. And I think to myself, well, I'm not taking this fucking guy to my house, even though I actually only lived about 4 or 5 miles from there. I'm not taking him to my house. So I go, no, I'm not gonna do that, man. I go, I'll give you $1,500. If you want it, take it. He goes, nah, I can't do it, man. Call me next week, we'll set something up. All right. So I step away just for a second, but I want these fucking Apple computers now bad, right? I know this is a $4,000 flip, and my brother's telling me that he's ready to go right now. He's got a buyer. I'm like, okay. So I go back up to him. I go, hey, if you follow me to the ATM, I can do $1,700. He sits there and like he haws back and forth, and he goes, all right, man, fuck it. He goes, how far is the ATM? I go, it's like 3 or 4 miles. He goes, no, dude, I've been driving all day. I'm tired. I just want to get home. He goes, just call me next week and we'll figure it out. I go, bro, it's now or never. You either follow me to ATM for $1,700 or I'm never fucking calling you. And he goes, okay, fuck it. Let's go. He goes, but next time you owe me. I go, all right. We're driving to the ATM. I pull over. I pull out $300 or $500, whatever it was, to get the $1,700. As I'm walking up to his car, he's carrying out the laptops, and he puts them in my seat for me. And so he's walking back around to his vehicle, and I go, hey, here's the money. And he goes, I'll just toss it in the window. And his window's halfway down. So I toss it in the window there. When I toss it in the window, he puts it in drive, and he bails. And I thought that was a little odd. I'm like, fuck, that motherfucker must be in a hurry. He said he was tired. He said he'd been driving all day, but fuck, he didn't even count it. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I just came up on 3 badass computers. So I'm excited. I'm pumped. I drive straight to my brother's house. He's pumped. He's going to get a piece of this, you know, profit. And we unwrapped the first one. It's 3 12 by 12 gray tiles wrapped in duct tape, gray duct tape, to look like a laptop, with a bubble wrap around that. So you see through the bubble wrap when he opened up the little flap he had cut open. I see through the bubble wrap, and I see the gray, what looks like to be a face of a laptop. I open it up, and it's 3 fucking 12 by 12 tiles wrapped in duct tape on the first one. And my heart just fucking sank. I go, motherfucker, I got fucking taken. I tossed that one. I opened the second one. Same thing. I grabbed the third one, and I'm just praying. I go, if just one of these is a fucking laptop, I'll at least recover most of my money back. I go, please be a fucking laptop. I opened that one. Tile. So for $1,700, I bought 9 pieces of 12 by 12 tile and some bubble wrap. That lesson has probably made me $500,000 since then. This is where this translates to the car business. Once I took ownership of those laptops, once I made a commitment and I tossed a number out there, and that first number was $1,000. From that point forward, I knew I was not leaving without those laptops. I had to fucking have them. And that guy played the takeaway game so fucking good. And he said, just call me next week. We'll set something up. I got some XPs that are less expensive that'll fit in this budget for you. He didn't say those words word for word, but same shit. And that only made me want those fucking apples that much more. To where I did not question them any further. I didn't even open the box. I was just too excited to get these fucking apples because he made me take ownership. He played the back and forth game. And he did the takeaway. That was so powerful. And it had me caught in that emotion where I could not give them back. And how that translates to the car business, and I tell my guys all the time, once you put these people on paper and you get them commit to owning that vehicle, there's something that triggers in your head. You no longer want to give that back, and you will fight for it. And I know this is real because it cost me $2 fucking grand, $1,700 to experience that with all that emotion tied to it. That $1,700 has made me probably $500,000 since then. Hopefully it don't cost you guys $1,700 to learn this lesson. But mental ownership is a motherfucker, and the takeaway is a great fucking way to make your profit. Put this in your game.